Hey everyone, my name is Aaron. Welcome back to the Critic Sensei YouTube channel, your go-to channel for movie reviews, TV reviews, and updates with the entertainment industry. So today we're going to talk about the latest buzz with Marvel, and in regards to Deadpool and Wolverine came out, there's some controversy going on at Marvel Studios, and with Deadpool and Wolverine being such a success, it's about to hit $1 billion at the box office. So it's been about 2 weeks since the release of Deadpool and Wolverine. It's at over $800 million at the box office right now, and the numbers are still skyrocketing. So we're looking to hit almost $1 billion really soon, which is honestly awesome for Disney. Ryan Reynolds really did push back against Disney and the directors to put his vision into light. And honestly, I'm happy Deadpool and Wolverine did so well. Like I said, this is a huge win for Marvel, for Disney, for Bob Iger, and with everything going on, with all the negative stuff, with the mishaps with Disney, Lucasfilm, and Marvel, this was a win they definitely needed. Like I stated in previous videos, this was all happening because of Ryan Reynolds, Sean Levy, and the other directors on this film that did a phenomenal job putting it together, and not just that, fighting back against Disney and the higher-ups to take all that woke stuff out of the movie and to focus on pure entertainment and making sure there was a good plot line and good character development. It's really hard with how the social climate is, especially with Hollywood. It's really hard for people to fight back against these higher-ups because they want to push their woke initiative, to push their message onto their viewers. But with Ryan Reynolds is awesome. Him and his directors on this show really pushed back to get the movie they wanted. I'm hoping Ryan Reynolds and the other creators of Deadpool, I hope they're more incorporated with more Marvel projects in the future. But with Hollywood goes, there's always drama happening behind the scenes. And this is again people pushing back against Ryan Reynolds, either because they're jealous of his movie that was such a success, or they're pushing back because he didn't push this woke initiative that everyone else wants to push. So this time there's some controversy going on, some back and forth between Ryan Reynolds and Brie Larson. And this also kind of includes Tatiana Maslany. I did a video on her not too long ago explaining how her role in She-Hulk was completely cut from Deadpool and Wolverine. And in my opinion, Ryan Reynolds made the correct decision because not one person wanted to see She-Hulk in this movie. Honestly, it would have brought the movie down if She-Hulk was in Deadpool and Wolverine. So basically something very similar is happening in regards to Brie Larson and her character, Captain Marvel. So throughout the filming of Deadpool and Wolverine, just like any other movie, there's a lot of things that are filmed that are cut before the final production. And right now, Tatiana Maslany with She-Hulk, Brie Larson with Captain Marvel, her scenes were cut out. Supposedly she had about 4 minutes of screen time in this movie, and right now she's pushing back against Ryan Reynolds in regards to her scenes not being put in the extended version of this film. Similar to She-Hulk and Tatiana Maslany, Brie Larson, her character Captain Marvel, was supposed to have a part in this movie around the third act, and it was supposed to be Captain Marvel having a confrontation with Deadpool in some way. I guess a test screening was done, and the audience honestly hated it. And it made sense they cut this completely out of the movie, and Brie Larson was not happy about this. And I understand the frustration with an actor going into a movie thinking your character is going to be part of this huge film that was really successful, and later on your part was completely cut out, like She-Hulk and Captain Marvel. And let's think about this logically for 1 second. She-Hulk was an absolute failure on Marvel's part. Horrible movie, horrible storytelling, really cringy moments in the show. Got poor ratings, poor views, and honestly, it was just a horrendous show. And a really similar situation with Captain Marvel, Brie Larson. Captain Marvel was one of the worst movies that Marvel has created. Not the worst, but one of the worst. And it was definitely one of those first movies that started this woke initiative with Marvel. And honestly, a lot of people don't want to see these characters in this Deadpool movie. On the other side, if She-Hulk and Captain Marvel got phenomenal reviews and their movies and shows did really well, it would be completely different. But fans, the audience, do not like these characters. They don't resonate with them. And with that, Ryan Reynolds made the correct decision to completely cut them both out. So like I stated, this really didn't go well with Brie Larson pushing back against Ryan Reynolds. Supposedly they had arguments going back and forth trying to put her role into the movie, or at least in the extended version of the film later on. With all the tension going on at Disney, Lucasfilm, and Marvel Studios, so I'll talk about this Gina Carano, Elon Musk situation in a separate video, go more in depth with that. Let's be real, the audience, the fans of Deadpool and Wolverine, they went there to have fun and enjoy the action in the film. In regards to Disney being sued by Gina Carano, not just that, Elon Musk backing her up. You also have people that are employed by Disney Lucasfilm that are pushing back, taking legal action against Disney, Lucasfilm, and Marvel. And there's a lot of stuff going on right now. And this will be in another video. It looks like Elon Musk is making big moves in regards to Disney. And there was a couple of interviews that came out, but with Disney stock going down, it looks like Elon Musk was trying to buy up as much as possible. And honestly, it looks like a takeover may happen. Who knows what's going to happen, to be honest. We really have no idea what's going to happen. But knowing Elon Musk in regards to Twitter, him completely buying it out, no one thought that he would buy Twitter. And right now, in regards to Elon Musk, he is completely against the woke initiative. He's a person that I can see that could potentially buy Disney. And honestly, if Elon Musk did that, I would be so happy. He would clear house, get the correct people in there, and get Disney, Lucasfilm, and Marvel back to the glory they used to have. The humor, the chemistry between Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, Deadpool and Wolverine, was awesome. It really put the story together, and the way they brought Wolverine back into this movie was great. I wasn't really sure how they were going to bring Wolverine back after Logan, but they did it in a way which didn't discredit his character. And on top of that, I can't see anyone else being Wolverine except for Hugh Jackman. The movie was so enjoyable because of the chemistry between these two characters, but adding characters like She-Hulk, Captain Marvel, which are characters that people do not like, interjecting these into the movie to push the woke agenda, it's just not going to work. And with Brie Larson and Tatiana Maslany getting upset because of this, and I do understand where they're coming from, they took time to film their roles and they were cut afterwards, but that happens all the time in film. Both movies and with both movies and TV shows, so many things are filmed but never put in the final cut. In my opinion, Tatiana Maslany is so much worse than Brie Larson because she was stating that her character is so important that it should have been put into the show. In reality, She-Hulk is not important. But in reality, She-Hulk is not important, and no one wanted her in Deadpool and Wolverine. It really shows how highly she thinks of herself, her character, and the importance she thinks that She-Hulk brings. But I don't know where she's getting this from. The poor reviews and feedback for She-Hulk, I don't understand how Tatiana Maslany thinks that She-Hulk would add some kind of significance to this film. And like I've been stating, adding She-Hulk, adding Captain Marvel, forcing them into the film would definitely feel forced, and you don't want that kind of interaction. You want the movie to be smooth. The cameos they put into the movie, in my opinion, were perfect. Having Daredevil, Elektra, Wesley Snipes' Blade. These were characters that people were surprised to see, first of all, but were happy to see. No one would be happy to see She-Hulk or Captain Marvel. Ryan Reynolds knew that adding these characters would bring his film down. That's why Ryan Reynolds fought so hard to keep the movie on what the fans wanted. To be honest, it definitely paid off. Like I said, it's almost at $1 billion in the box office. The reviews are extremely well, and it definitely paid off. The movie is killing it in the box office. People enjoyed it. It's one of the best Marvel projects that's came out in a very long time. None of that woke crap in there, none of that initiative, and no pushing the message. And don't get me wrong, Deadpool and Wolverine isn't for everyone. Not everyone is into the violence, the crude humor, which is understandable. It is rated R. You kind of have to know what you're getting into before you go into this type of movie. But overall, it was a success. And in my opinion, Disney, Marvel, Lucasfilm have to go back and focus on films like this. Focusing on good writing, good storytelling, good character development, instead of focusing on pushing a message. Shows are more focused on pushing a specific message to their viewers, other than giving good storytelling and good character development. And on top of that, the writing in the shows, especially the last couple of years, with The Acolyte, with Willow, and so many other movies and shows, the writing has been so poor, focusing on pushing a message other than focusing on good storytelling and writing. So as the extended version of Deadpool and Wolverine, it is going to be a must watch. And not just because of the added scenes, but because of the scenes that were wisely left out of the film. And there's also been talk of more Henry Cavill footage being included in the extended version of this film, which fans were really excited about, and honestly, I'm excited about it too. I'm a huge Henry Cavill fan. Alright, so what do you guys all think? Was it a good idea to cut out Captain Marvel and She-Hulk from Deadpool, and the extended version as well? Honestly, I feel like it's pretty straightforward. Since She-Hulk and Captain Marvel were failures, adding them into the film would have definitely brought the film down. These characters wouldn't add anything substantial to the story, and if anything, they were putting them in there to try to push a message. And Ryan Reynolds and Sean Levy and the other directors were completely against this. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today, so please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Leave a comment down below what you guys thought of Deadpool vs. Wolverine. Let me know what you think about She-Hulk and Captain Marvel being cut from this film. And honestly, the cameos in the movie were great. I love seeing Wesley Snipes' Blade, Elektra, Daredevil. It's good seeing old characters that you wouldn't think that would be in this movie be put in. Let me know what you guys think. Was it a good idea for Ryan Reynolds to cut out She-Hulk and Captain Marvel from his film and the extended version of Deadpool and Wolverine? In my opinion, it was definitely the correct decision. If She-Hulk and Captain Marvel were complete successes and their characters were strong, it would make sense. But because they were failures, it was a good idea to cut them out because they wouldn't add any substance to this film. Leave a comment down below what you guys think of Ryan Reynolds, Sean Levy, and the other directors pushing back against Disney to create the film that they wanted. A film that had good acting, good storytelling, good character development. Not just that, none of that woke initiative pushed into this film, and which, in my opinion, made it a success. And I do respond back to every single comment I get. Peace out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.